We are at question 10 of the May 2022 CSEC Mathematics past paper. Alright, so let's look at it. Part A. The transformation matrix A is 0, negative 1, 1, 0. It represents a rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin O. The transformation matrix B is 0, negative 1, negative 1, 0. Represents a reflection in the straight line with equation y is equal to negative x. 1. Write the coordinates of P prime. The image at P at 7, 11 after it undergoes a rotation by 90 degrees clockwise, no, anti-clockwise about the origin O. We just copied this part of the question and paste it over here. All right. Okay, so that's what we have there. Now, we're going to look at working this out, but also the fact is it's actually a graph. Even though in the exam you wouldn't need to sketch a graph or plot a graph or anything, it's useful to see what the image actually looks like, all right? But anyway, here the transformation matrix A is 0, negative 1, 1, 0, and it represents 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. The transform, all right, let's not look at B yet. It says write the coordinates of P prime, the image of P 7, 11 after it undergoes a rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin, which of course is represented by matrix A. So what you're going to have to do, right, is multiply the two matrices, where one matrix is a column matrix representing P, which is 7, 11. So, question now is, what is that equal to? So when you multiply them, let me just get rid of the A right here. When you multiply these matrices, what are you going to get? Remember, it's row type by columns. You would not have been able to multiply 7, 11 by 0, negative 1, negative 1, 0, where the 7 and 11 is on the left. No. If you remember your matrices and multiplication, see that you can only multiply when the 7 and 11 is on the right. Okay, let's multiply it out. It's row 1 by the column. 0 times 7 is 0. It's going to be 0 plus negative 1 by 11 will give you negative 11. That's it. Then 1 by 7 is going to be 7 plus 0 by 11 is 0. So what you actually get is negative 11, 7. So here P prime is equal to negative 11, 7. All right. Now, suppose you consider putting this on a graph. Then you should be able to identify where 7, 11 is. and see what would happen after it undergoes a rotation 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. So let's do that. We have our graph paper here. Let me see now. It goes up to 11, all right, and negative 11. Now, let's see what will happen. In this case, you're going to have 7, 11, ending up at negative 11, 7. So x goes all the way back to negative 11 and all the way forward to 7. You must ensure that on our graph paper. And then y, one extreme value for y is 11, the other one is 7. So, here now, let's look at our graph paper. X is at 1.7, the other point is negative 11. Suppose we put our x-axis here. Let's say this is our x-axis. And then we see that the values of x go from 7 all the way to negative 11. So suppose we put negative 11 here. Negative 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It wouldn't go all the way back down. If we start here, let's start here. Let's just put our negative 11 here. Remember, in examiner, you wouldn't plot this, but we're doing it here to see what happens. This is negative 10, negative 9, negative 8. Not putting in all the numbers because it will be too crowded. Negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the values on the y-axis. On the x-axis, I mean. What did it say about y again? The values of y are, the extreme values are 11 and 7. So, we don't have a lot of numbers below, right? So we might as well just get all of these numbers and put them below. Let's get the graph paper out of the way first. Alright, let's put the graph paper further up here now. Suppose we put the graph paper here. The numbers on the y-axis, just put it up a bit. The numbers on the y-axis. The y-axis would be where? It would be along here, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now P was what? P was at 7, 11. So it was x equals 7, y equals 11. Remember, this is just to visualize what is happening, you know. Right? You wouldn't do this in exam. Negative 11, 7, P prime is. So this was P. P prime is negative 11, 7. It should be right here. That's P prime. Now, if you should join a line from the origin to P and a line from the origin to P prime, what it shows is, yes indeed, it is indeed a rotation 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. Alright? So that is just a visual representation of what is happening there. Alright? Now what else do they say you must do? T, oh, yeah. What happened after this? Describe, okay. T is the combined transformation of A followed by B. Determine the elements of the matrix representing the transformation T. Alright, A followed by B. Let's just copy it and paste it. Oh no, yeah, jump all the way down there. Alright, let's just copy this thing and paste it. A followed by B. Let's paste this thing first and then move this further down here. Alright, A is 0, negative 1, 1, 0. So that's 0, negative 1, 1, 0. And then B now is 0, negative 1, negative 1, 0. 0, negative 1, negative 1, 0. So this is A and this is B. Now, to get that combined transformation, multiply A and B. So what you're going to have, remember, when you multiply matrices, it's row by column. Now, if this is going to be the matrix that is the answer, you're going to have a situation like this. Whatever you write here is going to be in row 1, column 1. This is in row 1, column 2. This is in row 2, column 1, and this is in row 2, column 2, right? Remember, I have another set of videos on matrices, and multiplication of matrices is included. So if you're not clear on what you should do at this point, then you should check out those videos, right? Now, you're going to multiply row 1 by column 1. That means this row by this column, alright? First in row 1 times first in column 1, 0 times 0 is 0, plus second in row 1 times second in column 1, negative 1 times negative 1 is what? Positive 1. And here row 1 by column 2. Row 1 will multiply column 2, alright? First in row 1 times first in column 2 is 0 times negative 1, which is 0, plus second in row 1 times second in column 2, negative 1 times 0, which is 0. So you have that. Then, after that, you're going to have row 2 by column 1. Row 2 times column 1, alright? 1 times 0 is going to be 0, plus 0 times negative 1 is 0. And then row 2 by column 2. Multiply the first elements. First in row 2 by first in column 2. Negative 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1, plus seconds now. Second in row 2 by second in column 2. 0 times 0 is 0. Alright? So what happens here? This matrix is 1, 0, 0, negative 1. Alright? So that is the matrix that you have there. Okay, that it's for that. Alright, here let's say, describe geometrically the transformation represented by T. Okay, the transformation represented by T. Alright. Now, we want to see what it is that this matrix does. You have 0, you have 1, 0, 0, negative 1. What does it do? Right, you have to know what it does before you can describe it. 1, 0, 0, negative 1. Let's put it over here. 1, 0. Oh, 1, 0, 0, negative 1. That is the transformation T. Let's get rid of some of these things. Erase the lines, this arc. Alright. Let's erase this line as well. Alright, so we want to find out what this matrix does. Suppose we have a point at 4, 2. So this is 4, 2. What happens to it after going through this transformation? 1, 0, 0, negative 1 multiplied by 4, 2. Going to be 1 by 4 is 4 plus 0 by 2 is 0. Alright. 0 by 4 is 0 plus negative 1 by 2 is negative 2. So what you get as the answer is 4, negative 2. Alright. So that is 4, negative 2. Four negative 2. Where is 4 negative 2? 4 negative 2 will be down here. Alright. So you have negative 1, negative 2. This is 0. So 4 negative 2 is here. Alright. That's 4 negative 2. Now, we could try one more point and see what happens to it. Suppose we have negative 2. Alright, negative 1, 3 right here. So if we have negative 1, 3, just to make sure, alright, negative 1, 3 is 1 by negative 1. Negative 1 plus 0 by 3 is 0. 0 by negative 1 is 0 plus negative 1 by 3 is negative 3. So negative 1, 3 goes to negative 1, negative 3. So this now, based on what is happening, it is a reflection in the x-axis. Right, the x-axis is a mirror line. But remember, from this point here, you had this line, 1, 2 above the line, but here you have the line that you got is 2 below the line. This one was 3 above the line, this one was 3 below the line. Right? And the fact is, everything here actually is lined up vertically. There is no, or horizontally, I mean, there is no shift, whether left or right. Alright? Now here, you can say this is a reflection in the x-axis, and it reflected the positive value over to the negative. But if you have a negative value, say for example, negative 8, 3, negative 8, 3. No, negative 8, negative 3 is here. You might say, what will happen to negative 8, negative 3? Let us find out. Negative 8, negative 3. 1 by negative 8 is negative 8. Plus 0 by negative 3 is just 0. 1 by negative 8. No, I mean 0 by negative 8 is 0. Plus negative 1 by negative 3 gives positive 3. Right? So negative 8, negative 3 goes to negative 8, positive 3. So it goes from 3 below the negative 8 to 3 directly above the negative 8. Alright, so what you would say, what you would write here is that T is a reflection of any point, or a reflection about the x-axis. Alright? Alright, so let's see what's going on down here. Oh, part B. We're going to look at part B in our next video.